Okay guys, this is your building instructions. Alright, so you already have your materials, or you're gathering your materials from me, and one of those materials will be this template. Actually, it's in 3 pages. So this is the first page, this is the second page, and this is the third page. And this would be great, we just cut it out and get going, but it's pretty intricate, and it also has to be put into one template that's actually really long. For one part, this part right, these 2 pages here will actually overlap and need to be put into one page, and then this piece right here will come down here and make one long template for you to cut your cardboard. This piece here will be separate, so that's not too hard, and this piece here will be separate, so you end up with 3 templates altogether. Okay guys, I'm going to start with this template here first, and I'm going to be using regular old scissors. So what you need to do for this is cut out on the solid lines here, and you have to be very careful. This curves and some other parts are really tricky, but I'm starting with this one because it's relatively easier than some of the other ones like this with the little tabs, which I'll get to later. We do not want to cut out right now any of these boxes yet. You will eventually, but right now, just for ease of the process and making it easier for you, let's just cut these out and ignore these boxes right now. We're not cutting on these lines, and what you probably can't tell in the video is these lines are a little lighter. They're meant to look like dotted lines. These lines here are solid and black. Right now we're just cutting around the edge. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll come back to you guys, so you don't have to watch me cut out. But again, just to start, you guys, I'm gonna get very careful with my scissors here, line up, and just start cutting around the template. Make sure not to cut too far and not to cut any of these different points off, because it's gonna be important later on. Okay guys, coming back in here, I know I said you don't want to watch me cut, and I still believe that, but I'm going to show you another kind of tip here that I just figured out as I'm cutting things out. And side note, I'm not a good cutter. I was that kid that put too much glue at school when I was your age, and made the paper bleed through, and I was also got it messed up the cutting, and the teacher was probably aggravated. So since we are doing limited resources, I'm going to teach you a little tip here. So I've cut straight down this way, and I turn my scissors around and cut here, and then this little notch here, instead of trying to stop at the end, since there's nothing there beyond, I went ahead and cut further, if you can see, than that. And going past it, in this case, allowed me to bring my scissors up onto this angle a little easier to cut this more difficult curve. And I get my scissors right on that line, and there I go. So just a tip where you can do that, and I wasn't great there in the cutting on the line, but I went past it and then up around there, so a little tip. Okay guys, I'm back, and I've cut everything out using the scissors. I have this piece here, 1, this piece here, 2, this piece here, 3, this piece here, 4, and then this little guy right here, 5. All right. If you notice, I've only cut around the outside, and I've left all the internal details alone. I'm going to cut those out later after I get them put on the cardboard. It'll be a little easier to do that way. I've also, some of the details like right down here, I left as well just to be easier, and I'm going to come and do those now and clean those out. Okay guys, actually I used the scissors here to cut this out, and the video kind of messed up, so it didn't show it, but I just went back, and before I was talking about how I left these here, these little inserts here, and I went back with the scissors and just cut them out and was really careful here to cut these little angles out correctly. And I did 1, 2, 3, 4 and pop those out. So now I have all my template pieces cut out with the outside edges cut, and I've still left the insides there. So the next thing I'm gonna do is show you how to put these templates together. All right guys, so we have our templates cut out, and now what we have to do is make it one large template with these 3 pieces. So what Google has done for you is made these little numbers, and some are darkened in, some are hollow or not darkened in, And so here's a number 2 that's dark. Here's a number 2 that is light, white. So you're going to take the light, put it over the dark, just like that. And we actually need to, I'm going to set it down, need to glue them with a glue stick and make it one. So I'm going to put a little glue on here. So I put some glue on there, line up the light over the dark, match it all up. And put a little glue down here at the bottom. And I've already done it for number 1. I took the number 1 light over the number 1 dark, and now I have one solid strip here for a template. I still have this little piece separate that doesn't need to be done, and I have this template piece here still.